Mm. Oh, so good, but still a bit on the hot side. Hello, friends. Welcome to TriBecca Designs. My name is Rebecca, and I absolutely love to sew. Your girl got it bad. What can I say? First off, welcome to another edition of Friday Sews. It's another beautiful, blessed Friday here. And this is my edition of Friday Sews for the week. So a lot has been going on in my sewing room. I'm so happy to report I have some beautiful makes that I'm really thrilled to share with you all today. So thank you so much for joining me. I have even started on making Christmas. Can you believe it? Last year I did zero Christmas sewing. I've already started. I just got this like wild hair yesterday. I came home from being out with some really wonderful people, and I saw something on television and I was like, oh, I want to make that. And I did a little research. I cut my fabric. I've got my projects laid out. So the sewing craft projects have begun. So I can't wait to share those with you all in a future video. If you're new here, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be sharing with you guys two lovely garments that I made. They are kimono jackets. Now, last week I mentioned on my Friday Says video that I was thinking about making a collection of kimono inspired fall jackets. Well, I completed two more in addition to the one I featured on last year's, excuse me, my heart is full today, on last week's video. So I have a couple more to share with you guys today. It's getting cooler now. Very good. So obviously I'm not in my sewing room. My sewing room looks like a tornado hit. And I didn't want to take the time to straighten up before I make a video. And I didn't want to make a video with chaos in the background. So I'm not in my sewing room. However, I was thinking to myself, you know, why is it, excuse me, why is it that I love to sew so much? What is it about sewing that just, I don't know, I can't even put it into words. It just really does something to my heart. And I got to thinking about that when I go in my sewing room, even when it's chaotic, it just feels like a sanctuary. I feel like I meet God there. I feel like that's a place where I communicate with God. I talk to God in that room. Anyways, and I got to thinking about something. Just instantly, it came to my mind. What is the very first thing that we learn about God if we read the Bible, if you aspire to that, those of you who do, and even if you don't, it's just a great story. When you open the pages of the Bible, in the very beginning, it says, in the beginning, God created. Now, if you're a creator, that means a lot to you. That's very significant that God is creative. He's a creator. And it goes on to tell us the things that God created. And we are, of course, part of his creation. We are the crown of his creation here on earth. And I think about the fact that I have a little glimpse of what it feels like, what God felt like when it said he made all these things after he got through creating. If you finish reading it, it says after he finished making the earth and the plants and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the people, he looked at everything he made and he said, this is good. And sometimes if you're a maker, you know, you get that feeling after you craft something with your hands, you look at it and you're like, well, I think I may be improving. This might be good, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not being arrogant. It's acknowledging God working through you by giving you says we're made in his image. And that's just a glimpse of God's image that we're made in. So fast forward a little bit. One reason why my heart is full today, I subscribe to the Our Daily Bread app, and they send me notifications and they give you all kinds of words of encouragement every day that are biblically based. And today one came up and I took special notice of it because I thought it looked familiar, and it was. And it originally aired on my grandmother's birthday. And you all, if you've been around a little bit, you know my grandmother taught me how to sew. Stick with me. This is going to turn out great. And so I went back and reread that passage. Check the link below in the description. There is a link. You can click on it and go check it out for yourself. Going back to this question I had, why do I love to sew so much, okay? So as I began to reread that particular daily inspiration, it talked about a lady in the Bible named Tabitha, who was also called Dorcas. Long story short, she was a seamstress. It talked about how this woman was known in her community for doing good, making garments for people, and just, using her talent for God's glory. And I thought, wow, how significant. God thinks that was significant enough to be in the Bible, and that she was so significant. Her life as a seamstress, she had passed on. The people in the community were mourning because she had passed, and they were missing her and talking about all of her contributions to their community. And she was significant enough to be in the Bible story. And in addition to that, she was significant enough, it says, that God raised her. He brought her back to life after she had passed. I know for some of you that's far-fetched, but it is written in God's word. It's written in the Bible, this story that I'm referring to. But the thing that really gets me is that really spoke to my heart and said that what we do, for me, maybe I'll say what I do as a seamstress, is significant, especially when I use that to make God happy, with God in mind, to bless. If I'm using it, even if I'm not using it to bless other people, I believe that God is happy with the plain and the mundane things that we do in life when we have him in mind when we do them. So, how I love to sew. Without further ado, I'll show you guys what I made this week. Please enjoy the rest of the video. Go, wait! Before we get to the jacket, look at this sweater. Isn't it the cutest? Picked this up at my local thrift shop for like $3. Back when it was hot in the middle of summer, they had some sweaters out. Oh, isn't she divine? It's so cute. It's like, oh, I love this sweater. Anyway, let's do the jacket. Guys, I can't help it. I'm trying to hold it in. Oh, I love this jacket. Oh, it's just giving me like ancient Chinese working class vibes. I watch a lot of Asian dramas, and I think It's really rubbing off on me. I want to dress like some of the men in particular, the kings dress. They wore these like, you know, this whole crossover thing with the separate trim right here. And oh my gosh, these two textiles work so well together. So you guys let me know what you think. If you enjoy the content, if you like seeing my mix, please, please, please help me out by letting me know in the comments, by turning on your notifications. If you would do that for me, it would really, really help promote my channel. I'm just getting started, you guys. I haven't even really begun to show you guys some of the garment construction that I really want to share with you. So I hope that you all will spread the word about my channel. I'm interested in growing the channel. Help me build it up by commenting, liking, subscribing, turning on notifications, and then watching the videos when I upload them. Because, I mean, I got some dynamite stuff I want to share with you guys. So if you're new here, would you consider subscribing? I primarily do content that's focused on my passion for garment construction, my passion for fashion. I love to make. That's just what I do. I love to sew. So this one is available on Etsy. I'm just modeling it for you guys. Hey, Christmas is coming up. You know, if you know somebody who might want to, you know, hey, you know, rock this. It's like, it works really well like for a cardigan, you know. For some of you who live in warmer climates, this will be great for a jacket, a winter jacket. I feel really warm and cozy in this with this sweater. It's really cold here. I live in the Midwest today. The high is 30 already, you guys. I woke up to 20-degree weather, and I could easily go outside right now in this and be very warm because it's got batting. It's quilted. It feels like I'm wrapped in a warm blanket with a pair of gloves. That's all I would need. So, but yeah, it's really weird because it's like really light enough to still be worn on those crisp fall days. Now, when the snow starts coming down, we're gonna need some long sleeves, okay? But for now, oh my gosh! I love it. I hope you like it as much as I do. Let me know in the comments below. Peace and blessings.